Welcome! We are back at the side of the Euston Road in central London. We are just coming towards the finale of the Frieze Art Fair 2024 in London. Very exciting times, and we have the pleasure of meeting some amazing artists that are being showcased on these digital boards. And I'm very delighted to meet Stephen.
Nice to meet you.
Tell us a little bit about your background and what brings you to London today.
Oh yeah, a bit about my background. I just started art, in secondary school doing the art module. There's two modules we had to choose from. So I did the tech drawing and I did art. And then I got into art after that. A year after college I went to Ballyfermot College and I studied computer games and interactive entertainment there. And from there, I kept going to college after that and doing courses related to art, and that's...
And your medium, the pieces that you've got showing throughout the showcase throughout the week, tell us a bit about them. Tell us how you created them.
The three pieces I chose for the artworks for Plogix on the billboards was designed through traditional art, And then after that, so one of them would have been watercolors, and then another would have been oil paintings. And then after that, I use an app to switch, to the negatives of the picture. So in that way, it turned out digital. And that's how you're getting all the different colors in the background, the light pinks, the reds, the blues, all that kind of stuff,
So you create the art in a traditional way and then make a digital negative of it?
Yes, I do that as well, And some of them are actually done on an iPad, a tablet with an Apple Pen and stylus,
Wow.
That's more freehand, whereas using the app, it's more passive, it's easier, that way.
Wow. And what inspires you? Where do you get your inspiration?
I get inspiration behind people's stories. A lot of inspiration would come from being with the Dublin Urban Sketchers on Sundays, and it's a little group meet together, about 20 people, and then we do sketches of the streets of Dublin, different locations all the time. And that's probably the main inspiration at the moment.
Wow. So
thanks very much.
Is this complete sort of strangers that you were just observing them? And
yes, you could be sitting in a cafe. Now it starts, Dublin Sketches starting Sunday 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So in that 2-hour span you could be sitting in a cafe observing someone or drawing them while they probably know you're drawing them, but that happens, but mainly I do the street scenes in Dublin, different architectural buildings and all that. And sometimes outside of Dublin too, if I'm going down the country, with the Contemporary Irish Art Society. Sometimes I'm with them and I do a sketch down the country or something.
Wow.
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you always have your sketchbook with you? And
yeah, I brought my sketchbook over here for the 5 days that I'm in London, And I visited the Tate Britain, so I did a sketch of that building as well. But I'm starting a new kind of technique where I'm mirroring images, so you'll get a double take of the images, and just testing out the digital technology on that one.
So do you like the structures of buildings, or the lack of structure with people, or just the whole combination of everything? Yeah,
I usually opt for the historic buildings, like the ones I gave an example for this exhibition was Trinity College and Central Bank, their main landmarks, and they're usually popular with the tourists as well. So that kind of inspires me to do those type of landmarks. And then on Instagram I'll probably just tag a company in the area and they'll share my story. And I'll add it to my story and highlights.
Cool. Who would you say were your biggest influences?
Biggest influences? David Hockney, Neo Rash, is that his name? A few others, Van Gogh is the obvious one, and I think Colin Davidson is a good portrait artist as well from Northern Ireland, and I look at his work and I see realism across the eyes of people, and that's kind of another inspiration for me as an artist, to look at other artists doing that kind of stuff,
And do you think that there is a big art scene coming out of Ireland and Dublin and specifically? And
there is. Temple Bar is the biggest art scene in Dublin, to be honest. And then you have, like, I suppose there's a lot of galleries in Dublin too as well. Stephen's Green, St. Stephen's Green, there's a lot of galleries there and new galleries opening. For the digital billboards in Dublin, on O'Connell Street, you have the digital billboards there. You also have them on Georgia Street. All around the city centre, basically, you'd have the digital displays. So they're actually quite good for displaying, you know, digital screens on buses, on bus stops. And I suppose they had the New York portal. Yeah, the portal that shows New York. So people would go up to the portal from when in Dublin City and view the portal to New York, you know. I'm sure you've heard about that one before, have you?
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. And do you think it's a great way to showcase art, to put it on roadside bus shelter digital screens? And
yeah, it's a brilliant idea, you know, because I've been living in Ireland for quite a while and grew up there, and I haven't heard many artists use digital displays before. So Ireland would be relatively new to that kind of idea, you know. But I'd say it would be a good idea to display the digital billboards in Ireland, you know, and get a lot of hype and attraction.
We heard it here first, Gino. Ireland, next on the tour. Do you have any sort of rituals or routines that you like before to prepare?
Yeah, I listen to radio station Dublin Digital Radio on a Mixcloud app, and they play a lot of new Irish artists, experimental music. So if I'm at home doing an art piece, I'll just listen to that and throw it on for 2 hours. And then, like, other times I'm doing the art, I gain inspiration from doing the life drawn, usually different parts of Dublin, and then the Dublin sketches on the Sunday is a big influence for me in my artwork, you know.
I love that idea. That's I've not heard of that in London, and you'd think there'd be something, maybe I should research that.
Oh yes, definitely.
And have you got any advice for aspiring artists?
Advice for inspiring artists, I suppose just lean towards something you're interested in rather than being like confined to what society thinks you should do or college thinks you should do. Just do what you want from the heart, do what you feel is necessary if you're making an art piece, and not be too confined to restrictions, you know, and rules from academia, say.
Very good, very good. And what do you enjoy doing when you're not creating art?
When I'm not creating art, I just go to the gym, you know. I'm a video gamer as well, you know, play video games. And I just like walk my dog and stuff and visit friends and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I read a lot as well, you know. I'm reading George Orwell's 1984 at the moment, so I keep my mind fairly occupied now.
Yeah, big brother's watching us, everywhere.
Yes, you have the camera there now on the bus.
Yeah, exactly. Wondering what we're doing by the side of the road in London.
Ah, definitely.
What do you think about social media and the role of social media in sort of, and in sharing the art world?
Yeah, social media is a big draw for me. It gains traction, you know, because NFTs had a big hype as well, and they still do. And anytime I'm posting on, say, X, I just add the hashtag, you know, NFT. And a lot of people like the post because they jump on board with that. I suppose social media, I did a social media course out in Tala as well, so I learned a lot from that, and usually add followers to my accounts. Sometimes I buy followers as well, I have to admit, but most of them turn out being bots, you know. But yeah, that's, you know, it's a bit of fun at the end of the day, you know. You shouldn't take social media too seriously as well, that's what I think.
Yeah.
But it's good to have multiples, you know, Facebook, Instagram, X. Blue Sky's a new one as well, so I'll be using like a couple of them to help me just Instagram's a big one, I like Instagram.
Yeah, I like Instagram.
Oh, you like it as well?
You've got a handle that it's on your creative, so...
Oh, yes,
yeah,
yes.
That's good, that's good. You've been doing art since school.
Yes.
Is there a piece that you're particularly proud of?
Or? Well, when I was in NCAD for 2 years of paint, I did a lot of artworks there that I put in my shed, you know, and they kind of got neglected, but they're more or less my favourite ones, to be honest, because they're pretty much large scale, and the ones I'm doing now are A4, you know, A4 size. So because I can churn out a lot of A4 sizes, I can do that, you know, twice a week, and then A3 size for the life drawn. I need to go a bit bigger. Well, I have gone a bit bigger with the life drawings. Yeah.
Wow, cool. And how do you find like selling your art? Do you feel an emotional attachment to it, or can you commercially distance yourself? And
okay, the reason I don't feel an emotional attachment to the pieces I sell, because I have them on my phone and on my social media as well. But obviously, it's better to look at a painting in the flesh and see all the textures and the reeve of the canvas and everything like that. But I think it's okay for me to let go of things now, because I've been holding on to a lot of my paintings in the past, you know, and hoarding them as well, you know, gathering up a lot of paintings. So it's good to actually let them go at this stage of my life, you know, and make a bit of money. And I suppose I have an exhibition coming up in the United Arts Club as well, and that's you know, another opportunity to make a bit of money.
Is being an artist your full-time job, or your life occupation?
It is my life occupation now for the past 3 years, since I left retail working. And I've gotten like funded for doing the art at this stage through the Basic Income for Artists. It's an Irish kind of governing body through the Arts Council, and they pay like recipients, you know, a certain wage every month, you know. And selling paintings recently, I'll have to get invoices and keep track of every sale I make now, you know, just so I don't annoy the tax man, basically, you know. So
don't want to annoy the tax man.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's absolutely brilliant. I mean, thank you for your time.
Oh, nice one. Thanks very much.
And you're going to go. You're going to experience the Frieze Art Fair.
Yeah, I'm going to experience it. Yeah, while I'm here, but I'm heading back tomorrow. I've been here for 5 days, but I'm going to catch it on the way back.
Yeah. So how many sketches do you think you've accumulated? Did you say?
Accumulated in sketches. Over 100 at least, I'd say. Wow. For the past, in sketches, I'd say, yeah, possibly.
Wow.
Or maybe lower, 80. I'm not too sure. Around the 80 to 100 bracket, I'd say. Yeah.
Wow. Excellent. Well, carry on creating. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, nice one. What's your name again?
I'm Sam.
Sam, exactly.
Sam.
Sorry.
Yeah, lovely to meet you.
I'm embarrassed to ask that question. Lovely to meet you.
It's okay.
Okay.
I think we're done.
Thank you.